What is up, you guys? This is Demon HD, and I am back. Today, I'm gonna be going through one legend from each team that I would want to see in Madden 21. Now, this is just a predictions. This is not even close to who's going to be released in Madden 21. For all we know, we can get the same recycled legends that we get every year. We're gonna get the same legends like Dion. We're gonna get Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, all that. Because Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Shannon Sharp, Ray Lewis, and Tony Romo are already actually confirmed for Madden 21. So that's why Tony Romo's not on this list for the Cowboys. If you did not know, EB Games, which is the Canadian GameStop, is doing a pre-order bonus. If you pre-order Madden 21, you get a Tony Romo. And I think it was GameStop or Walmart that was doing a Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and Shannon Sharp pre-order bonus if you pre-order Madden 21. I've already pre-ordered Madden 21 for the MVP edition for PS4, so let's just get right into the list. The Bears, I'm going to say William Perry. The Fridge, and a lot of people say, oh, why would we want a D tackle? I mean, it's not even just for the D tackle, it's for the fun that you can get, because you can get the fullback William Perry card as well. Because if you remember in Madden 25, I believe it was, which was also, I think, the last year he was in Madden, William Perry's fullback card was really fun. He's a big 300-pound guy. It's hard to tackle that, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be kind of glitchy to run fullback dive with William Perry. Now, you guys can already figure this out. I'm not going to have any of the card art there, but just take it for a grain of salt. These are just my predictions who I would like to see back in Madden 21. And it's just one legend per team. Some teams I have two because I couldn't pick like one person exactly. But I feel like these are good choices. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below who you guys want to see in Madden 21. And also like the video. And also, let me know if you like my picks or if you wanted a different player for your team. But let's continue to the list. The Bengals, Ocho Cinco. I think that's kind of easy. Ocho was in last year's Madden. He was a big release when he came out 2 years ago in Madden. It's like, oh my god, we got Ocho. This year, Ocho teased the fact that he was in Madden, but it's in June, and we haven't seen him yet, and I think EA is going to be packing it up soon, even though we don't get Madden 21 until August. I could see Ocho Cinco coming back for Madden 21, and I think that was a good pick. The Bills, Thurman Thomas. I would have loved to have seen Jim Kelly, but it would, if you run a Bills team, it would make no sense because you got Josh Allen. The Bills team would have loved a running back or a tight end this year. So I put Thurman Thomas. He was in Madden 25. He hasn't been in Madden since. And if you guys remember his Ultimate Legend card in Madden 25, that card was one of my favorite running backs to ever use. I think Thurman Thomas would be a really fun card to use. He's fast, he's strong, he's elusive. He's like an all-around back, and he would be so fun to use in Madden. Now the Broncos, I put Terrell Davis. Because you always have John Elway. And Terrell Davis, it seems like it's every other year with him. Like, last year he was in, this year he wasn't. It's like he flips every single year. So I think Terrell Davis might come back in Madden 21. But that was my pick for the Broncos. I really didn't want to pick, Peyton Manning because it looks like he's going to be in Madden 21 since he's already in Madden 20. He has, multiple cards. He has 3 cards? Yeah. He has the NFL 100, the Halloween, and he has the draft card. So he has multiple cards. So usually I think he's going to be back in Madden 21. So that's why I didn't go Peyton. And usually if I was going to go Peyton, I'd put him on the Colts. But Broncos is going to be Terrell Davis. Browns is Ozzie Newsome. Now, if you guys didn't know, Ozzie Newsome was an amazing tight end for the Cleveland Browns. But you might most likely know him as the former now general manager of the Baltimore Ravens, who built this team that they have right now, and by God, is it a really good team. He was, I believe, in Madden 18 or 17. I forget. I think it was 18. He wasn't in 19. I think he was in 18. And then he wasn't in last year or this year. So I think Ozzie Newsome would be a cool player to bring back into Madden. The Bucks, Rondé Barber. once again, it's like a player who's in and out of Madden every other year. Like he's in one year, out the next, in back, and it's like, so I think Rondé Barber would be a good card to bring back to Madden 21. But the only thing is, he's a short corner, and not a lot of people use him. I think I used Rondé Barber a few times last year, but not really to the point where like, oh my god, we needed Rondé Barber on the lineup. But that's who I put, and this is one of the teams I really couldn't think of a legend. And it's not saying like they don't have one. I just couldn't think of one that would people would want in Madden. So I actually asked you guys on Twitter, and I actually got this one back. Someone said Carson Palmer for the Cardinals, and I think that would actually be a really good choice because it's a modern day player. A lot of people like Carson Palmer. He did have a really good career with the Cardinals. I think they went to 2 NFC Championship games. They had a #1 seed one year. He was a really good quarterback for the Cardinals. The only thing, and I don't care about me losing connection, that has nothing to do with this video. But Carson Palmer would be an interesting choice. The only thing I would say is possibly maybe not have him because they have Kyler Murray. So another player I put there is Larry Wilson. If you guys remember, Larry Wilson was in Madden 17 or 18, and he had a pretty good safety card. That's why I remember him being in Madden, so that was like a legend card like they could bring back. Chargers, everyone wants LT, but I think LT is gonna be in Madden 21 because he's once again a legend that's in, out, in, out, in, out. My pick is Junior Seau, and rest in peace, Junior Seau. I definitely think Junior Seau should come back to Madden 21. I don't know how they'd be able to get his rights, although they do get Sean Taylor's rights every year, so I guess it would just be talking to the family. But Junior Seau would definitely be an amazing player for the Chargers legend in Madden 21. The Chiefs is Derek Thomas, and I've seen a lot of people put him on their list for legends, and they're not doing like legends for each team, they're just doing like top 10 legends. So the fact that everyone wants Derek Thomas, I think EA can see that. I don't know how much money they're willing to pay for his rights, but Derek Thomas is definitely a card everyone wants in Madden 21, and that's obviously for the Chiefs. Now the Colts, I picked 2 because I couldn't really decide between one or the other. One was Reggie Wayne. They might want to switch out of the Colts legend wide receiver of Marvin Harrison, or if you like to take the joke of Harvin Marison, because of his, I forgot what I think he murdered someone, or was allegations of something like that. Let me know down below. I forget, but I knew he did something like really, really bad. So they might want to go Reggie Wayne, or they might want to bring back Bob Sanders. Now, Bob Sanders was a very short safety, but he hit hard. He hit really, really hard. So I don't know if anyone would really want him, because like if there's aggressive catching and all that, and like swerving still in Madden 21, which there probably will be, he probably won't be that useful, but he'd be like a Pat Tillman. He can get enforcer and all that. So I don't know. Bob Sanders and Reggie Wayne for the Colts. Cowboys would be DeMarcus Ware. He did retire, I think, 2-3 years ago. He was a Cowboys legend. He went to the Broncos for 2 years, won a Super Bowl with the Broncos, but that was basically it. He's known for playing for the Cowboys. So DeMarcus Ware, he'd be a really good pass rusher. He wouldn't be like on LT's level, but I think he'd be like right below. So DeMarcus Ware wouldn't be bad for the Cowboys. Dolphins would be Zach Thomas. He was in Madden 1 year, and he hasn't been in since. And a lot of people want Zach Thomas back because he was he was an interesting legend to have. So I think Zach Thomas would be a good pick for the Dolphins. Now the Eagles, I have 2 players. Actually, I have 3 players because I got 2 suggestions on Twitter, and I actually have my own suggestion. So the 2 suggestions I got on Twitter were Troy Vincent, who was in Madden, I think 17, and then wasn't in Madden again, or Harold Carmichael, who was in Madden 18, and he was the 6'8" wide receiver. He's really tall. He can aggressive catch anything, and if he's in Madden 21, a lot of swerving can happen, and that's just going to be glitchy. The player I picked, and this might be a little biased in the sense of how people don't know him or possibly don't know him, but Art Monk. Art Monk actually went to my high school, White Plains High School, and I think it would be kind of cool to have him in Madden 21. He is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an all-time great wide receiver. If you didn't know, he would be cool for the Eagles. I think that's just my opinion. Um, the Falcons, I put Roddy White. Now, I didn't really think too much into this one for the Falcons because, yeah, Dion, but Dion's not really a Falcons legend. And if you want to consider that, he's going to be in Madden anyway. I have to think of players who aren't going to be in Madden or weren't in Madden this year. And I think Roddy White would be a really fun addition to that team. Like a Falcons team. Like you have Calvin Ridley, you have Julio, and you can have Roddy White. I think that'd be a really fun card to use. You probably have some decent run blocking. 49ers is going to be Dwight Clark. Once again, rest in peace. Dwight Clark, if you don't know, I don't know how you don't know, is probably responsible for the most famous catch. You can argue that between the Immaculate Reception, but his catch is called the catch in the Super Bowl for the 49ers. So that's why I put Dwight Clark. Enough said. I mean, 49ers they're always going to get Jerry Rice. They're most likely going to get Steve Young. We don't know about Montana or Willis or anything like that, but they're always going to get a good amount of Legends cards because they're a historic team. And I put Roddy White because I think that would be a fun card. Or not Roddy White, Dwight Clark. I read the wrong team. Giants. Now these two names I put, and I think either one could definitely be in Madden. The first one is Osi Umenyiora. I definitely mispronounced that name wrong. I know how to pronounce his name wrong. 1 second. Osi Umenyiora. I keep pronouncing it wrong. But Osi would be a really fun card in Madden just because of his name. I think he's a Giants fan favorite from when he won the Super Bowl with them back then. But I think Osi would be a fun card. I also put Plaxico Burress. Now, if you do not remember, Plaxico Burress had a Madden 16 Ultimate Legend card, and that card was amazing. So if he had an Ultimate Legend card in Madden 16, I think he could definitely have a Legend card in Madden 21, and that would be a fun card for everyone to use. The Jags, I don't think this one was really hard to pick. Maurice Jones-Drew. He's probably one of the franchise's best players in history. Easy enough said. So that's why I picked Maurice Jones-Drew. I feel like he'd be a fun card. He's short, so he could probably slip through some holes faster than Bo Jackson or players like that, Dickerson. But I think he'd be a fun card to use. He'd have some decent speed, decent juking, and a little bit of break tackle. The Jets is easy. It's Darrelle Revis. I mean, Darrelle Revis hasn't been in Madden since he retired officially because he had one card in a Team of the Week promo, I think, last year or 2 years ago when he played for the Chiefs. So, I think Darrelle Revis would definitely be a amazing card to bring back in Madden. I remember his Ghost card in Madden, 16? His Ghost card was amazing. And his Ultimate Legend card in 16 was amazing too. So I think Darrelle Revis would definitely be the Jets legend if they could get his rights. Even as a Bills fan, I would definitely add Darrelle Revis to my team because he would be the best lockdown corner in Madden 21 for months. The Lions, I struggled. I'm not going to lie. I struggled with the Lions because, you're going to get Calvin. You're going to get Barry Sanders. It's alright. I really couldn't think of another player. So I put Dick LeBeau. He was in Madden last year. So they could probably put him back in Madden this year, next year, I should say, Madden 21. So that was my pick. I'm sorry, Lions fans. Let me know if you are a Lions fan and who you would have put. I just couldn't really find anyone that was in Madden and I bring back to Madden. So that's on me, but what are you going to do? The Packers, now this is going to be a little controversial. It's Charles Woodson. And a lot of people say, oh my god, why didn't you do Raiders? Hold on. I have a Raiders legend. And I think it's fine. But Packers, I did Charles Woodson because he did win a Super Bowl with them. I think his only Super Bowl. So that's why I kind of gave it to the Packers. And don't worry, even if I'm wrong and he becomes a Raiders legend, it's still a pick correct. But also, you got to think about this, right? He's going to have a power-up. So either way, he's going to get Packers or Raiders chem. And he's going to get Raiders card art. So don't really worry about, he picked it for the Packers. It's just saying a player for a team. because they are playing for other teams because they have power-ups and all that. But this video is already getting a little long, so we're going to like speed through it. Charles Woodson for the Packers. Steve Smith for the Panthers. He's one of their best wide receivers. They traded him to the Ravens, which was they released him and he signed with the Ravens, which again, card that serves multiple teams' purposes with a power-up. So I think that was fun. The Patriots I actually switched out of because I think this guy would be a really fun card to use. I originally had Teddy Bruschi and Lawyer Malloy as the Patriots legend, but I switched them to Vince Wilfork. Let me know if you guys, which one of those three would you have preferred if you're a Patriots fan? Vince Wilfork, Lawyer Malloy, or Teddy Bruschi? I put Vince Wilfork because I think he'd be a fun card to use. Like, especially like run stuffing, he would fill up a double team, and then your middle linebacker can come in unblocked. I think it would be amazing. The Raiders pick is Jack Tatum. He was in Madden, I think 2 years ago or last year. 2 years ago, I think it was last year. Actually, I think it was last year. He was in Madden, and his card had like 95 hit power from the release. His card was amazing. Jack Tatum would murder somebody. I think he almost technically murdered someone on the field. He hit him so hard that I think they died. I think that's the story. Or he paralyzed him. That's what happened. He hit him so hard he paralyzed somebody. So, yeah. That would be an interesting choice to bring back to Madden. Rams, Jack Youngblood, who was in Madden 17. No. I'm forgetting what Madden he was in. I think he was in 17. Yeah, he was on the ground cover. And he had a fun card. He was a very fast edge rusher. So on the D line, and I actually pulled his LTD when he was out of packs for 3 weeks, but whatever. Ravens, I went a little interesting. Another defensive tackle, Haloti Ngata. I think Haloti Ngata would be a good pick for the Ravens. Now, obviously, I'm not going to pick Shannon Sharp. I'm not going to pick Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, players like that, because they always get a card and they're already confirmed for Madden 21. So I had to go like a little interesting there. So that's why I picked Haloti Ngata. Redskins is Darryl Green, probably the fastest player in NFL history. He made the NFL All 100 team, but was not in Madden. I could see them having his rights with him being in the NFL 100 team in the Hall of Fame. I think they can get his rights easily enough. The Saints, now Madden 16, Joe Horn, 15 actually. It was 15. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Joe Horn was actually one of the opening day legends, and his card was amazing. I think Joe Horn would be a really cool card to bring back to Madden. Saints fans would be happy, and even if I don't know how much you'd have to pay him or like how much working out would be done, but if somehow you can get like a special animation for Joe Horn to where he can pull the phone underneath the goalpost, I think that would be amazing. Even if I had to pay $5 for it, I would do that. Like him pulling the cell phone out underneath the goalpost if he scores a touchdown, that would be amazing. Seahawks was easy. It's Cam Chancellor. I thought about putting like someone else, but I thought like no, Cam Chancellor is definitely the card. He was in last year's Madden because I think he officially had to retire last year, but he had like a legend card. He had a playoff legend. Cam Chancellor, easy enough choice. Steelers, I couldn't pick between one or two, so once again, Steelers fans, let me know which one you would prefer. I put Jack Ham or the Dubre Sunka. Because he was in Madden 15. He had a really fun card, really, really good run stuffer, and amazing quarterback spy. And I also put Hines Ward. Now, if you don't remember, Hines Ward was a very glitchy run blocker because people had him at tight end, and it would just destroy people. So, let me know, Steelers fans, who would you choose out of those two for your legend. And once again, guys, these are just my predictions. These are not who they're going to be. And if you guys have a different choice, let me know down below, and also like this video. Texans is Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson was in Madden 18. He had a legend card, and then he wasn't in Madden again. I think he was in Madden. I think he might have been in Madden 18 because he had like an award winners card. But either way, Andre Johnson would be my pick. And don't worry, guys. Some players that I thought about are going to be actually the themed diamonds. And I'm also going to be doing that video later on. But also, let me know what you guys want to, who your team's Team Diamond should be in Madden 21, and I'll take that into consideration. The Titans is Eddie George. He was on the Madden cover. That's all. Like, that's all you need to know, really. Besides the fact that he was one of the best running backs in history, he's the Titans' best rusher in history. He's an amazing player. Eddie George would be a fun player to bring back to Madden. And the Vikings, I brought up Paul Krause. Paul Krause has the hit stick of Micah Hyde, so he's not forcing a fumble on anyone. Although, that's a lie. Because he had that sneaky hit power. It was always like in the 70s, but he had the big hitter trait, so he would force a lot of fumbles. And he was a ball-hawking safety, so he would catch a lot of picks, too. So, that's my pick for each team's legend for Madden 21. And obviously, not each team will get a legend in Madden 21, because there is some years where a team will not get a legend card, but that is what happens. But I was just doing this just to like give you guys an idea of who I want to see in Madden 21. Let me know who you guys want to see in Madden 21, whether it's for your team or any other legend that I did not mention. And for next time, I'm out.